The reason I'm talking about this is because my son had an open heart surgery and has to have 2 more. And because of that, I learned that there are kids with no insurance in the same situation. I don't get anything out of this. Brian, you phony little creep. Oh, I'll pound you when I see you. That is my blow.
Using his kid. Russian heavy bombers turned back a final last-ditch Al-Qaeda ISIS offensive as thousands of fighters attempted to exit the town they were held in and retake the nearby city. I'm going to be getting into that. Larry Nichols is joining us. I intend to open the phones up as well throughout this hour into the next when Mark Dice is going to be joining us with all of his great gravitas and wit. The toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231, 800-259-9231. Some of the news that's up on Infowars.com and Newswars.com is extremely, extremely important. We're going to be going over a lot of that. We have the latest. Maxine Waters loses it at a funeral. We're going to be playing that video. She is completely out of her mind. MSNBC worries Trump's use of the word sovereign is racist. We have Brian Williams there presiding, the maestro of fraud, of fake news. I mean, the arrogance of the system, but they know they're already caught as a pack of liars. And that's a bellwether or a reverse canary in the coal mine that they just don't care. They know, they are fully aware of the fact that you know they're liars. And they're just trying to be disruptive forces in society. So we'll be getting into that report. We're also going to be looking at the latest as the Democrats have been forced to come out and admit that indeed they were spying on Trump associates and on Trump towers, something Trump already knows. He just won't release the classified information. That's a violation of the law. They're the ones that illegally spied and illegally released the disinformation. Meanwhile, Mohammed is now the top English baby name for a 5th year in a row in England. And by 2040, England will be majority Muslim, just with the Muslim birth rate. And you will convert or you will die. And the mayor is taking down pictures of women in swimming suits, saying that's not allowed. It violates Sharia. And he says get used to terror. And now from Germany to Malaysia, I have articles. They're banning beer festivals because Muslims don't like it. That's all up on newswars.com right now. And the prime minister, the so-called conservative prime minister, who no one stayed to listen to at the UN yesterday because she's so boring. That's how they sabotage conservatism, is they put another dead fish up there. She wears her little hijab and goes around London trying to get the Muslims to like her. The women are prisoners. Most of the men are prisoners. It's a tribal system where local Islamic leaders control everybody. It's a slave colony. That's why Muslims will vote how they're told to vote. We're bringing in cults into the United States and into Europe that are totally uncompatible. It's a fact. So that's all coming up. Briefly, before we go to Larry Nichols, I want to just tell listeners that I was going to end the 50% off on storable food. And again, we don't raise the price and then lower it and then say it's 50% off. It's 50% off the regular discounted price of the entire catalog of My Patriot Supply. But I'm contractually, through a loophole, that they wouldn't let me do it for a while, and then they're great folks. The old guy's back running it that was, so this was a real fight. We're able to do this for you again because Matt Redhawk's a great patriot and actually is willing to have this go out at almost a loss leader. He's got to have money to pay the crew and pay the taxes. But this is almost loss leader level. I don't know how long it can last, maybe a few days, maybe a week. 50% off the My Patriot Supply food under the label InfoWars Select at InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, or 888-253-3139 with promo code READY. See, I'm not able to offer it, but 10% off normally contractually at MAP agreed pricing. People that are in retail know these terms. But with the promo code, I can do this. READY is the promo code. READY. 50% off. Their specialty meals, They're bulk meals, the best packaging. It's in really nice plastic sealed totes and vacuum sealed packages inside. Last 25 years with all the sunspots and earthquakes and wars and rumors of wars and North Korea and Soros trying to cause a new Bolshevik revolution. The key is being self-sufficient. 90% of my energy spent trying to win the war against the globalist. 10% is getting a redoubt ready, food ready, solar panels, firearms, you name it. Because we're hoping for the best, we're preparing for the worst around here. Because we're up against some hardcore criminals. But it's insurance you can eat, unlike term or unlike a whole life or whatever, where who knows you'll ever get to use that life insurance. With food, take it with you camping. Give it away to the Salvation Army in 5 years if everything's okay. Eat it. Inflation's going up. You'll save money by getting the food now. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. And when I tell you that, I mean, they're so good at My Patriot, it's a metric of the highest quality food for the best price. Because you can obviously pay 5 times more and get stuff that tastes like gourmet stuff out of a restaurant. This tastes good. Some of it tastes great. It's healthy. It lasts a long time. It's what I've chosen for my family. That's a metric of the most food for the best price. And at 50% off, you are not going to ever get food at a better price than that. The Sleep Aid, this special must end today. Knockout, 40% off from InfoWars Life. The entire Super Blue fluoride-free toothpaste, that special is going to end basically now. I've been so busy, I haven't come up with the new specials. Tim Frugier this morning, he's going on vacation for a week. He's like, Alex, you got to come up with the new specials because I'm the guy that does this. And I just haven't done it yet. So he's like, okay, we're about to sell out of the toothpaste. So it's not good that you sell it out at this price. You should, when we're about to sell it anyways, have a week or so, but at full price because you could, fund the operation. That's just not how I think. It does make sense. It's about to go back to full price. 50% off on all that. Emmerich's Essentials, 50% off on those. Never done that before. Caveman, I'll be able to extend this in the next week. The other stuff is about to end. I've just got to, come up with the new specials. That is 50% off on the great bone broth formula, the best out there. Concentrated bone broth, the secrets in the bones with the turmeric, with the mushrooms, chaga mushrooms, with the bee pollen and more. It's amazing. In chocolate and strawberry flavor, 50% off right now, and so much more. InfoWars Life, InfoWars Store, InfoWarsStore.com, 888-253-3139. And your purchase makes it all possible. So we salute you and we thank you. And again, I appreciate all of your support. You are thumbing your nose at the globalists, but you're doing more. You're gouging their political eyeballs out. You are bashing their head into the concrete savagely. When you spread the word, when you spread a video, when you spread an article, you are standing against their censorship. You, with brute physical force, you are overriding their AI. You are smashing them. You are crushing them. Hillary just shakes calling me the dark art because she knows I don't care what she does to me. I'm so committed. It's absolute Valhalla. I'll just be honest with you. Just to run over these people spiritually with God filling our sails, just to absolutely be committed and to feel our will crushing their wills. It's easy to crush their will. It's so easy. How they tricked us into this position, I'll never understand. It's time to politically crush them. It's time to break with these bullies. It's time to let them know, and they know the spirit is rising. Now, speaking of bullies, I'm going to play this clip and then play a Schaefer clip and then go to Larry Nichols. This is Jimmy Kimmel threatening to assault Fox News because Kimmel goes, oh, my son has a heart problem. He won't get health care. This system will wreck our health care. It's designed to wreck our health care. That's now admitted by Pocahontas and by Ezekiel Emanuel and everybody else in Gruber. Said, thank God you're so dumb. Ha, ha, ha. It triples prices. I mean, this, and then they got Kimmel up there reading off a teleprompter. He probably believes Obamacare is really free and that, money grows on trees and that the tooth fairy is real. And so now he's threatening to assault someone. This is the culture. What they're being told to push is let's get aggressive. Let's hashtag hunt Republicans. Let's shoot Congressman Scalise. Let's engage in some firebomb throwing. Let's intimidate everybody. It's not intimidating us, scum. It's causing the opposite reaction, dumbass. Excuse me. Here's the clip.
Politically charged Emmys may have been the lowest rate in history, but that's not stopping Hollywood elites like comedian Jimmy Kimmel for pushing their politics on the rest of the country. Watch.
Thanks, Brian. That was Brian Kilmeade. And the reason I found this comment to be particularly annoying is because this is a guy, Brian Kilmeade, who whenever I see him, kisses my ass like a little boy meeting Batman. Oh, he's such a fan. I think he's been to the show. He follows me on Twitter. He had a blurb for his book, which I did. He calls my agent looking for projects. He's dying to be a member of the Hollywood elite. The only reason he's not a member of the Hollywood elite is because nobody will hire him to be one. And you know, the reason I'm talking about this is because my son had an open heart surgery and has to have 2 more. And because of that, I learned that there are kids with no insurance in the same situation. I don't get anything out of this, Brian, you phony little creep. Oh, I'll pound you when I see you. That is my blurb.
Using his kid to sell a program that'll bankrupt the country and take health care from our children.
Your next book. Brian Kilmeade is a phony little creep. That's right.
Well, I want to tell Jimmy Kimmel something right now. Brian Kilmeade has more viewers than you do, A. And B, I've been in major Hollywood films, and I've been offered starring roles on HBO, on everything. And guess what I do now? I don't even return the phone calls, buddy. So let me tell you, my enjoyment. At the end of the day, I don't get off being a, quote, celebrity or being well-known. I get off watching Hollywood die and watching your whole sick system hang on by its fingernails, and by watching all your ratings go into the toilet, and by knowing your psychological warfare hold on all of us is almost gone. You know, 20 years ago, getting put in movies I thought was cool, and it was a little bit fun. And you go with your family to the movie, and there you are in the movie. You know what my big pleasure is? My big pleasure is saying, I don't want that major supporting role in a science fiction movie. I don't want that major role in a Western. I don't want a major role in your political thriller. I'm going to go do a super cheesy B movie with a bunch of weirdos in Texas because it's funny. And then I'm going to sit there and put it on TV, and I'm going to laugh at it with my kids. It's fun. Kind of movies I'm in. Because you understand, turning down the big slick role and then going and doing a little underground thing, it's what rock and roll wishes it was. See, John Wayne was an actor and a patriot and a great guy, but he's still just an actor. But there is that real image of John Wayne that's the Americana, and I want that, you see. I want to never give in, never back down, never roll over. And I want him to put on my tombstone that he hammered their asses, that I took out the tyrants, that I ran over the scum, that I stood up against the pedophiles, not because I was some hero, but because my instincts were straight. I was lined up with God as my North Star. You couldn't keep me away from getting my hands around these people's necks politically. So Kimmel really's got a big one where he talks about his son and his heart surgery. Kimmel, I care about you and your son, and I hope you research how GMO in all rat species and in all rodent species and in all mammal species is linked to causing all sorts of heart valve defects. So that's where you start getting, is where the body kind of folds in during embryonic development. That's why you get hair lips. That's why a lot of times hair lips are associated with heart defects as well, because the body's seaming up those little things. And if there's toxins, if there's GMO, if there's vaccines, if your wife took a vaccine during the first trimester, I've got the big studies, I covered them yesterday. Even CNN had mentioned massive increase in heart valve defects. So Kimmel, why don't you tell people about the vaccines? I bet you don't know. The media will say, Jones makes fun of Kimmel's son and his heart defect. No, I care about your son and all the other kids that are getting the heart defects that are all way up, Kimmel. So why don't you stop beating up on one of the little candy asses over there at Fox News and stop using your son to talk about how you're going to kick people's asses to promote violence in America. How about that? How about you actually help some kids, buddy, instead of using your kid, instead of pimping your kid out there to push Obamacare that's designed to wreck health care. Now, maybe you don't know what you're doing, and that's okay. So we forgive you. Kimmel, good. Now, by the way, let me just say this. I don't want to go on Kimmel's show. I don't want to go on The Daily Show. I don't want to go on any of them. And we've had offers before to go on these shows. I'm not going. I piss on your. You're not real shows. You're frauds. You're crap. You're the enemy. You're cancer. Your grandma dying of a heart attack. Your grandpa with a brain tumor. Your failure. Your betrayal. Your anathema. You're a blaspheme. And you will fall. You're already falling right now. I'm sorry for your son. Did your wife take the vaccines? Been slurping that tap water? Why don't you find out why this is happening? Why don't you actually save other kids instead of using your kid to bring in socialism and globalist control for big fat cat corporations that want to make us buy overpriced health care? How about that? You ever seen my little kids on TV other than my son likes to go on? Have I used my 5-month-old daughter and Twitter and Facebook? But maybe I should because she's so cute. I love her, proud of her. Just stop it. Stop talking about how you want to do violence against somebody.
Survival Shield X2 Nascent Iodine. If you're interested in healthy thyroid, if you're interested in well-being, if you're interested in having a higher IQ, which this has been linked to, get your powerful Survival Shield X2 at InfoWarsStore.com.